I'm Russ Rapp, and I'm here right now in this moment. I'm going to talk a little bit about non-duality because that's what my channel is about. Let's see. I think what I want to talk about today is the idea of the perception of someone who has reached some sort of state of non-duality. And I've talked about this quite a bit before. But I just want to be clear that non-duality doesn't really have anything directly to do with how you act as a person, what's going on internally, because it's really not about you. And for those that have the person, the identity has seemingly dropped away, what's left? To a large extent, I would say what's left is what was there before. But then it becomes some goal that you're trying to achieve to act or be a certain way. And if you see a lot of non-dual videos, it's a lot of people sitting cross-legged and looking really peaceful, or dressing a certain way, or acting in a real calm manner that you can just sense the depth of their being, and the fact that nothing really phases them. They're like a tree that stands strong yet bends in the wind, and that's great. And if that's the life you want to live and try to achieve that, I'm sure there's ways to get there. But if you listen to them talk about their experience, it's the idea that the me, the person, falls away and there's nothing left, essentially. Never happened. And there was nothing that they did, there's nothing that they control to make that happen. And so if you're watching speakers and you think to yourself, wow, they really get it, like I want to be like them, that's great, because that's human nature in a large extent, of mimicking others. But that's not a requirement or prerequisite or anything regarding non-duality, because let's say you make that pinnacle state and you're now an enlightened being, it's really not it's nothing to do with it. Because in this state, think about it in this state, if you don't feel like you're a completely elevated spiritual being at this point in time, you're in the mucky muck with the rest of us schmucks, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, I look around the world and there's a lot of silly people out there, and they're definitely not enlightened. And so if there are people out there that are enlightened beings, the world is still operating in much the same way. And so it kind of just is the obvious situation that since it's not about you, and if you perceive others being unenlightened, then it has nothing to do with becoming something that you're not. I think that makes sense. Let me take a sip of water. So hopefully that makes sense, because I don't mind expressing my the way my mind works to some extent that I can, because I guess the hope is if the wall standing in between you and peace, or the perception that is blocking you from reality, if that is some sort of guru mindset or thinking that others have something you don't, then my hope is that these videos that show me speaking off the cuff will help you in that case, because I'd much rather make these videos where it's not very polished and I kind of ramble a little bit, because I know my first video that I have the most views on, the best method to achieve non-duality, Which is weird because, like, never mind, that was a side note. See, rabbit trail. But on that video, I did quite a few takes and made sure it was polished, and I said what I wanted to say, and it was stressful, and that's fine. But just to, you know, pull the curtain behind the Wizard of Oz, you know, there's a lot of behind the scenes that you don't see. There's a lot of things going on internally with non-dual speakers that I'm sure you can't see or can't perceive, because you know, you hope it's genuine, but at the same time maybe they're hiding their insecurities, because that's what we humans do. And that begs the question, like I've said before, what's the point of non-duality? Well, I guess non-duality is it's kind of like your best friend calling you out on your BS all the time, because you're constantly saying, yeah, but this is different. Oh, it's different this time, or this situation's special, or, you know, this relationship that I'm having, that's more, that's deeper. So, like, this is how it has to be, and making up excuses. And non-duality says it's all the same crap. So, until next time, I just want to wish you well. Comment. I want to hear what you have to think, feel, sense. I guess there's no smelling or tasting with video, but leave a comment. Appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. And until next time, peace.